Hello again, you extraordinary subscribers. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hemingway Land YouTube channel. So, before we get to new properties this week, guys, going to start off with some announcements. Next Friday, we are going to be doing something that we haven't done since November 2019, which is we will be taking Friday off. That's correct, people. There will be no new properties listed next Friday, and this, of course, is incredibly rare for us, with the exception of the annual December break. I like to, as many of you know, reliably, religiously debut new properties every Friday. Without exception, rain or shine, every Friday. Regrettably, however, we will be skipping next week. And I know many of you are thinking, Hemingway, why? Why are you so lazy? Well, here's the thing, people. As I have now mentioned a couple times in previous videos, we are in the process of getting the website redone and essentially planning for Hemingway Land 2.0 to debut, to drop, if you will, later this year. And that's not just the website, but really the whole sort of online presence will be getting a facelift. We have gotten to a point in that process, however, where greater demands are being made of my time and attention in regards to actual design notes. In addition, we have recently hired 2 new people, one of whom will be working directly for me, and hence someone I have to train personally. And in addition to all that, and this is the one that really kills me, I have jury duty next week, guys. And from what I'm being told, this will be an 8-hour engagement, at least 3 days of next week during the hours I don't normally like to be awake. So, you know, realistically, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here that I can still manage and get the listings done. And I think even with the jury duty, if I push it, I could probably still get things done. But I'm electing to take it easy, quote unquote easy, and just worry about the other 82 responsibilities I have to the business in a given workday. So regrettably, we will be off, but I promise, guys, check back with us on the 13th because we've got some really good lots going live that Friday. You know, by the way, guys, it bears mentioning, I believe, I'm not certain, but I believe as we get closer to the transition to the new website, we may have to take a week or 2 off then. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully not, but I imagine there's some very real troubleshooting that has to happen before the thing goes live. So anyway, that's my spiel. With all that said, guys, that brings us to our weekly segment. Special thanks to all our valued customers. It was a bit of a hokey poke week here at the North American offices of Hemingway Land. Had 2 people bought some property from us out there in Valencia County, Luis and Theodore. Special thanks to them. And in Bernalillo County, we have now had Stephen and Catherine place a deposit on the Bernalillo property, making them now the 4th group of buyers to place a deposit on that property. So hopefully this one will make it to the finish line. We had somebody place a deposit on the property who then called and asked me, is it in the mountains? How do you not? The headline of the property is literally East Mountain Home Site. Where does that question come from? I don't know. Who are these people? Who just gives away $500? Like, I don't know. But anyway, it happens. It's happened 3 times before. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Stephen and Catherine will be the magical people who actually purchase the property. We'll see. Anyway, guys, with all that said, going live on the website this week, as you can see, we are back in the Rocky Mountain State in Colorado with property that we kind of did a sneak preview of a couple weeks ago, as well as another new property. So let's kick it off. Going live on the website this week. Ba-boom! Yes, people, we are first up in a brand new county, one we have never before bought, listed, or sold land in, and that is Fremont County in roughly the central portion of the state. Of course, as noted, this is the property we teased a couple weeks ago, located in a subdivision called the Florida Colorado Acre Sub. That's right, people. It's pronounced not like Florida the state. Get that out of your head. Situated just outside Cotopaxi in this forested region right here. Now, I will admit, guys, I did not know much about this area prior to purchasing out here, but the more I learned about it, the more pleasantly surprised I was by how much this property had to offer. So, aside from the cabin that's on the land, which we'll get to in a moment, it actually sits in close proximity to a lot of nice features, including Lake Deweese, roughly about 10 minutes south of the property, and the Royal Gorge Park, which is not only an iconic attraction within Colorado, boasting the country's highest suspension bridge, but, of course, all the sort of touristy things that have been built up around that, including whitewater rafting along the Arkansas River, ziplining, mountain climbing, and, of course, the ubiquitous trails you can hike and picnic on. And, of course, the property also sits in close proximity to the small town of Westcliff, where, surprisingly, you've actually got a lot of stores, including an Ace Hardware, which, of course, will make it easier to get building supplies, and anything you can't find there, you'll be glad to know you are none too far away from Canyon City, with its population of roughly 16,000 and all these sort of medical facilities, big box stores, pharmacies, restaurants, and thriving, we'll use the adjective thriving, downtown area that region boasts. Of course, let's not bury the headline here, people. This is a forested lot with a log cabin on it. And of course, I am not a contractor, but this one seems to have some pretty good bones, even if the interior needs, as the realtors like to say, little TLC. Little TLC. The background on this is actually that the cabin was sort of abandoned about 10 years back, and the owners had not been out to see it since, so I was, again, pleasantly surprised by the condition it was in, which is to say, well-maintained. Of course, this does not have any utilities going to it. There's no working sink or toilet, but presumably with a little extra effort, those things can be added. Either way, I think it could work as a nice hunting cabin or recreational retreat for those of you who don't want to rely solely on RVs or tents. And of course, one of the really nice features about this is that it sits up here at the tippy top of the property, which means it's got some really nice views of the surrounding mountains, as you can see here. Now, I will tell you guys that as always, we buy these things as is, which means we also sell them as is. So what is shown in the pictures here, both good and bad, are things you'd be getting with the purchase. And on that same note, do want to point out that there is a sort of abandoned campsite with some picnic tables, a swing, and a grill, which I'd wager absolutely does not work, that are also included with the purchase. Now, just to take your attention off the cabin for a bit, the property actually has a lot of nice features, including a kind of diverse topography of the land. It's a forested lot, yes, but it's not flat. It has a kind of rise to it with some nice trails, some rock outcroppings, and of course, a lot of privacy. So I really like this one. I think you guys will as well. Of course, I'd encourage you to take a look at the photo gallery, peruse it on your own time, because honestly, I barely touched upon all the nice features that this lot has going for it. So next up, guys, we're back in Conejos County this week with another property in the Alamosa River Estate subdivision right next door to the Alamosa River, because the first ones were selling so well. Now, I will tell you guys as we go through the photos here that I'm a little surprised actually at how long these have been sitting on the website, because let me go through the primary details here, guys. No HOA, no covenants, no restrictions, no time limits on building, power at the lot line or close by, depending on the specific lot. No, by the way, it's by the river. And not like I'm in danger of being flooded every day by the river, but like nice casual strolls by the river, some relaxing fishing by the river, dispose of a body by the river. Not really, guys, but you get the point. There's a river. It's a nice feature. It also suggests the water table is fairly accessible, so should be easy to develop. Additionally, they're all excellent recreational properties because of the overall lack of rules in the region. So camp an RV for as long as your little heart desires. Whatever the case, we got a fourth one going live on the side today. This one just right across the road from the river. Anyway, with all that said, guys, we will be back in 2 weeks on the 13th of May with some new properties in Nevada, including one in a county we've listed it plenty of times before, and a new county which has a lot going for it. So between now and then, I wish you all a very good 2 weeks. Happy Mother's Day, happy May the 4th, and I will see you back here on Friday the 13th. I feel like we should have planned that a little better. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, see you in the next video.